My name is Dr. Hilda Desmond-Ihekaire, the Rivers State Coordinator, African Women Lawyers Association, Rivers State Chapter.
Okay, tell us about this event.
Okay, this event is to mark first Day of the African Woman and to kick off 16 days activism to end gender-based violence. Although the particular theme for this event is the African woman in the 21st century, challenges and prospects. The essence of this day is first of all to celebrate what we call Pan-African Women's Day or Day of the African Woman. It is a day set aside by AU, and usually celebrated in June, but we shifted it to bring to fore the contributions of African women, towards nation building, and to celebrate all those women who have gone the mettle, who helped in one way or the other, to make society a better place. We also use this day to talk about the challenges faced by the African woman in Nigeria and around the world. When we talk about these issues, we'll find a way of resolving them, or we'll find a way of making sure that we address some of these issues. The African woman in the 21st century is faced with a lot of challenge, ranging from discrimination, violence, rape, incest, forced economic dependence, child marriage. These are the things that makes her not to compete favorably with her counterparts in other jurisdictions. If you even come to the issue of politics, you know that Nigeria is a patrilineal society. They always believe in male chauvinism and all the rest of them. So you find out that women don't do well in politics. First of all, in most of our societies, women are discriminated against. They don't give them land. And you know that land is a very critical factor when it comes to doing business. If you don't have land, you will not get big capital for you to do business. And for you to be in politics, it's not about money, but you also need money to set up your campaign and machinery. So this day, we use it to encourage young girls to be whatever they can be. The same brain they have, the same brain the men have, and the men are doing well. So that's why if you look at people in the STEM subjects, they do well. They do better than their other colleagues, in STEM subjects. But at the end of the day, you find out that you don't find them in boardrooms. They are not employed in banks because they discriminate against them. Despite all the laws that have been passed to make sure that the gender parity is developed. So when it comes to Goal 5 of the United Nations, countries like Nigeria and many African countries are really lacking behind. Because without gender equality, it will be difficult for a country to achieve their full potentials. For instance now, if you look at it, Goal 5 of the United Nations said there should be gender, parity or equality, but it does not happen. Even though on International Day, the international community is trying to make sure that women meet up by also encouraging girls to be in leadership position. And just like the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said when we put women in leadership, we will have a fairer future, and we believe in it. That's why you can see some secondary schools are here. We brought them in so that they will know that they can be whatever they want to be. That is at the core of our heart. That is the core of AWLA mandate. That is why we make sure we mentor, we educate, we let women know their rights so that they will not succumb to any of the dehumanizing practices or anything that brings them down. And let me also, on the part, let me also encourage our government. If you don't include women in politics, it's like carrying a burden of 100 with 50. What will you do? You should change yourself. You cannot get all. Look at people like Obieze, look at Dora Akunyili, late. Look at, Obieze, so many of them. You can see what they did in their establishment. So give women opportunity, and you see that Africa will be in the world map the way it's supposed to be. Thank you for having me. Thank you for attending.